Rafael Nadal won the Australian Open warm-up tournament and won trophies for 19 consecutive seasons. As the drama surrounding Novak Djokovic overshadows the build-up to next week's Australian Open, Rafael Nadal is swiftly taking care of business on the court. The Spanish great won an 89th career title in Melbourne to claim an ATP Tour record of silverware in 19 consecutive seasons. This is the ideal return to competitive action for Nadal, 35. After an absence of 5 months because of a foot injury, he did not drop a set at the Melbourne Summer Set warm-up event, ending with a 7-6, 6-3 victory against the American qualifier Maxime Cressy, 24, in Sunday's final at the Rod Laver Arena. Nadal did benefit from some good fortune throughout the week. He only played 3 matches because of a walkover in the quarterfinals. His scheduled opponent, Talent Griekspoor, withdrew because of injury, and did not face a single player ranked inside the world's top 90. But, after concerns over whether he would be fit enough for the trip to Australia, this is still a much-needed confidence boost on the same courts on which the first Grand Slam tournament of the season will be contested from next Monday. To win a title is always special, and at the same time, after all the things that we went through, I had tremendous support from my team and my family, Nadal said. Of course there are doubts, but there were even more doubts during many months if I would be able to be back. There have been some very challenging moments, and I have been working very hard even in the very tough moments. I will never say I deserve this, because I think a lot of people deserve, but I really worked hard, so I am quite satisfied the way that I approached all these very challenging months in terms of my attitude, in terms of the positive spirit and in terms of passion to try to be back. This title helps me to keep going, and of course, it's just the beginning. I have a lot of things to keep improving, but I really want to do it, and am going to try hard. A bout of COVID-19 last month had also threatened to scupper his comeback down under. Nadal tested positive on December 19 after arriving home in Mallorca from an exhibition event in Abu Dhabi. The virus caused a fever which left him in bed shaking and tired for several days, but he came out of isolation just in time for his flight to Melbourne. If we put everything together and analyze all the things that I went through in the last 5 months, including the COVID after Abu Dhabi, of course I am happy, Nadal said. I think I had a great week of practice before the tournament started. My practices have been much better than my level of tennis in the competition, something that is completely normal after a while without being on the tour. But in some way that's very positive, because if the level of tennis during the practices are there, the only thing that I need is to stay healthy and spend time on the court in official matches. The triumph vindicates the decision by Nadal, who has won only one of his 20 Grand Slam titles at the Australian Open, in 2009, to play a warm-up in Melbourne instead of the concurrent ATP Cup. It did, however, mean some embarrassment for Tour chiefs on Sunday that Spain's #1 player was competing elsewhere while his country were contesting the final of the team event in Sydney. It remains ludicrous that the ATP Cup and Davis Cup, with almost identical formats, are held only 4 weeks apart. The participation of Nadal would have perhaps prevented a defeat for Spain by Canada. Denis Shapovalov saw off Pablo Carreño Busta 6-4, 6-3 in the opening singles match, before Felix Auger-Aliassime sealed the title with a 7-6, 6-3 win against Roberto Bautista Agut. Ashley Barty, 25, capped a perfect week of preparation at the Adelaide International by winning both the singles and, with Storm Sanders, the doubles. The world #1 and reigning Wimbledon champion will bid in Melbourne to become the first home singles champion at the Australian Open since Chris O'Neill in 1978.